C. It's a good job I can play guitar better than I can sing, right? But I love the C chord. I just need to get that out the way. I have a bit of a thing when it comes to C. Because when it comes to open chords with the C, you get so much at your disposal, so many things you can do with your fingers that sound really cool. And it's really accessible, it's really easy. So I'm going to show you a few of these licks and tricks that you can do, of course, in the context of a little chord progression using C, A minor, F and G that you'll be able to practice, and you know, you're going to have something really nice to play at the end of this. And you know, these lessons aren't just designed to give you something to play, but to get your muscle memory going, right? To build up the technique and the dexterity so that you can find these notes with the open chords, so that when you play stuff you already know, then you can make them sound even cooler with all these techniques. Now, if you want to work with me a little bit closer on all this kind of stuff, find the scales between chords, be able to play up and down the neck, work in rhythm dynamics, so everything sounds a lot cooler. Then that's the kind of thing I do with my private students through my 12-week guitar transformation program. So if you want that accountability to show up every week, something that pushes you out your comfort zone every single week, then that is what will really bring you forward in a short space of time, and of course getting the feedback and guidance from myself. So you can apply for that in the description or the comments, or you can also join me in my community. You can get all my stuff for free for 7 days, all my courses and lessons and stuff like that, for a limited time only, of course. So you can join that via the link below. And yeah, on with the lesson. So the gist of the lesson, right, the main lick and embellishment, right, that we're going to bring into every chord in this progression is simple, and it goes like this. Alright, simple but effective. Now all I'm doing here is I'm taking my middle finger off the D string and back on again. Like that, alright? And then I'm getting the G open. Alright? So the first little bit's going to go like this. I'm going to play C. And then I'm going to climb into A minor like this. Okay, so let's go over that nice and slow. So C, hammer on and get that G string. I've got to do that 3 times. Okay, C. Okay, and then I'm going to use this little bass run that's always really cool if you want to go into an A minor chord from C. We go 3, 2 on the A string, and then open, but when I get the open, I keep my index finger where it is because it's already where it needs to be, but I just hammer in to that A minor chord. Okay, so again, C, alright, hammer into the A minor chord. Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to do the same thing in A minor with my middle finger. Of course, I've got my third finger on the G string this time, so it gives it a different, there's different notes playing. So, again 3 times. Like that. Hammer on the D, 1, and then the G, 3 times. Okay, now I'm going to climb into the F chord again with a little bass run, and again this is a really cool thing to do when you're changing chords, is do a little bass run climbing into them, okay? 0, 2, 3 on the D, then I'm going to bring my middle finger down, and this technically is an F major 7, okay? So again I've got my finger, index finger still on 1 on the B, my middle finger now on 2 in the G, and 3 in the D. Okay, so just again coming in from A minor. Okay, and then I come into the F chord, and guess what? I do the same thing there, but I'm just hammering on the G string this time, and getting the B string. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so let's just recap on that, where we're at right now, okay, right? So C, Okay. Now, what you might be finding as a beginner, especially, is that you might be getting a lot of muted strings. You might be getting this kind of thing, right? And it just really depends on your finger position, right? You just need to work on making sure you're not muting those strings. Your fingers aren't flat over the strings. You want to make sure the tips of your fingers are coming in the guitar. Okay, not flat over like this. It just takes a little bit of work and getting the right position and then really practicing that and getting the repetition down. Okay, so once we come into the F chord, I'm just going to get that again, but the D string. And then I'm going to slide up 2 frets, and this is going to bring me to my G chord. I'm not going to play a G chord like this. I'm going to use this shape, okay, which is just basically the same shape as the F, but up 2 frets. Right, and I can even get that open string at the bottom as well, the E. So when I'm playing this chord, I'm just strumming from the D string, by the way, not getting any of the other strings. Okay. Okay, so again. Okay, now when we're up to this part, I am going to do a little lick that you can also start the progression with. It's a little bit more tricky, but it sounds really cool. Gotta try that again. Alright. And what I'm doing here is I'm really just climbing up the C major scale. Okay, and that brings me right back to the start. So what I'm doing here is, my fingers are already here, right? That's why I'm going from this position. And I'm going to use my pinky, 5, 3, 1, 0. 2, 0 on the G. 3, 2, 0 on the D. And then 3. That brings me right back into my C chord. And that's us right back to the beginning. And that's it, guys. Now, just a little note there, I cannot automatically do this, but when you get to this, the B string here, you can pull that off as well. Give it a little bit more pizzazz. Alright, so hope you enjoyed that, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.